Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Our patient is this very unique Z590 dark board. I have never seen a board like this. It's 1151 socket, right? So nothing special, but we got two full-size PCI Express, interesting I/O. Right, we have Wi-Fi, two antenna for one Wi-Fi, PS2, right, two network adapters, digital audio, the display port, and HDMI. The cabs are all, well, not all of them, but the one on the V-core, see, solid state cabs, very sizable coils, right? I wouldn't even expect the 1151 socket to have this much of power requirement. So this probably, well, this most likely looks like it would pull the most powerful CPU that you can get in the 1151 package. Very interesting. We have two displays over here, the BIOS update, dedicated USB for BIOS update, and we probably click this. There's a little fuse over there, plenty of LEDs that probably indicate something. Very interesting board. The electrolytic caps over here, 100 mic, 16 volts, also rather unusual. I have never seen a board like this. We have plenty of SATA, external, 1, 2, 3, M.2. Very interesting. Now, in the back we also have some solid state cabs. Dark, very nice. Have you seen the board like this? I haven't. So we have 1151 socket to replace. This one doesn't look too bad, but it looks like a couple pins are broken off, and a few more mangled here and there. So probably just by bending, maybe you could get it to run. As you can see, the socket orientation is, it should be this, right? That's how they normally are installed on the boards. This one is shifted or it turned, rotated by 90 degrees. So the two RAM slots are at the top of the CPU. Also very interesting. That's why this board is so unique. And now the power delivered to it, it plugs in from the side, which is awesome. I think that's how it should be, right? Why would you want to have these pointing up so the cables are just kind of sticking out of the board? This is a lot better. I don't know why other boards are not doing, other manufacturers are not doing this. So it's kind of like a limited edition kind of board. Now, our last fiasco was on the, well, similar, also pretty unusual board, but way different socket. This is 1151. We've done many 1151s. Personally, I don't like 1151 working on 1151s because it's very difficult to notice when it dropped. Actually, in fact, I never see that. I have never caught it during the process. That's why I kind of blindly just time it. And then on the footage, I see when it dropped, and then, but it's kind of too late at that point. We have a nice outline. So last time we failed because we had a new thermocouple. Now, as you can see, there's plenty of ground over here, right? Flat, nice flat surface over here. So this is where the thermocouple belongs, and it'll be stuck to the board, right? So the magnet idea was not a good idea. If the manufacturer of this is interested in feedback, yeah, that doesn't work. So what I did, I drilled through it and I put M4 screw through it, and that's how it is attached now. In addition, I pulled the thermocouple away because I'm pretty sure that what happened in the last time, it was just shorting the thermocouple, which means that's why the temperature was showing as a lot lower. The other thing that I will test is using a little bit of thermal paste to put on the board and then just dip the thermocouple in the thermal paste. What do you think? Is that gonna work? We're not gonna find out today because on this one I'm gonna just stick the thermocouple on. We're not gonna be taking chances on this one because it's a very unique board, and you know, after last fiasco I wanna get some success, right? Let's not have more than one failure per every 10 boards. 10% failure rate, I'm fine with that. So we're not gonna use this thermocouple, but maybe, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll attach it anyways, just to use it as a reference thermocouple, and we'll see. We'll go from there. Alrighty, let's set the thing up and let's do some socket replacements.
inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality.
Whew, that was brutal. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it took 3 cycles to actually detach the socket. And it just popped up very, very nicely, but there was one point somewhere, one of the pins was really difficult to let go. And obviously don't try to force it. If it's not coming off, it's not coming off. Just leave it be. Just keep the temperature high and, steadily increase the temperature if need be. Now, I've been, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been playing with different thermocouples. I had 3 points of reference. So definitely the PC410 controller kind of trails behind by roughly anywhere from 10 to 30 degrees. So our actual temperature could be higher, and the second thermocouple was placed here in this spot, right? So on this big ground plane. So this one was trailing behind, but that's normal because, if you see that the one thermocouple is trailing behind the other, always consider where it is placed. So one was placed here, the main, and the second one was placed here, right? So we would expect that this will be slightly cooler because we have a big ground plane over here, big plane of copper. Oh, this is new. Looks like I moved this cap over here. I'm gonna have to resolder it, this one and this one, so 2 caps. I don't remember doing that. I didn't notice that during the procedure. The rest was pretty much textbook. I finally saw the socket drop. Well, actually, not quite, but I was looking at it, then I just literally turned around, looked at the screen again, and it was dropped, right? So I missed the actual spot again, but I know exactly when it did drop. So let's review the process. So over here, I was messing with different thermocouples, switching them around, but our preheating got to over 100. So this is 100 degrees, this line, right? This is 120 degree line. So we're somewhere at maybe 110, which is not too bad. The thermocouple actually did pretty well. And both of them, in fact, was not bad. As you can see, at no point the power stabilizes at 100%. Well, this is the closest to stabilizing at 100%, but not like we saw last time, right? When it would go to 100% and just stay at 100%. That's why the socket melted. So this should be the power graph, choppy like this, never steady at 100%. So this was the first over here, I think. Then I started increasing the temperature, and finally it let loose over here. This is where it let loose, and that's roughly 245. I think that 245 was the maximum temperature I set. Then well, cleaning and stuff, we don't care about that. And I don't have the rest of the process, the resoldering process, but the socket dropped at like 215 to 20, not even to 20. So I stopped the process before, because every time I do it without seeing when the socket actually dropped, it always gets a little bit melty here and there. It's not a big deal, it'll still work, but I don't like seeing when there's some melting points where it melted slightly. Now it's dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet, so it looks awful. But I just wanted to finish the video. My ultrasonic cleaner is preheated at 45 degrees, so I'm gonna drop it in, and probably around 40 minutes before it is done. But first I need to resolder this cap. That shouldn't be a big issue. However, the board, this board, it's because of its mass, right? There's like too much mass around. That's why it was so hard. That's why I had to keep it on much longer, like what am I saying? 3 cycles to resolder it, or to remove the socket. Very hard. This was the hardest board yet. Plus 1151 socket, which is kind of hard to work with anyways. The ones I prefer are AM5. I have plenty of them, and it's a lot easier. For some reason, AM5 sockets just work really well, the replacement. 1151, 1200, 1700, 1122, 1122-3, 1366, all of these are difficult. But we got it. All right, into the cleaner you go after replacing the cap. And we are done. Thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate you. I hope you found this useful, and I shall see you guys in the next one.
Hush.